Hello. Okay. I hope you can hear me now. Please signify if you can hear me now. Can you hear me, please? Please signify in the chat if you can hear me clearly now. Please signify if you can hear me now. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. So you can hear me. All right. Sorry for the technical. Okay, great. Thank you. Sorry for the technical glitch. I guess my volume was turned down low that time. Okay, so let me quickly go over the presentation quickly as we continue. Okay, all right. So I've explained the fact that Canada currently is looking forward to bringing in people for for the new permanent residents on arrival route. I introduced myself by being telling you that I am Timothy Adirogba. I'm an immigration agent based in Lagos, Nigeria. I work with Canada immigration experts in Canada, and I bring you updates on relocation new routes. Last year alone, we were able to help about 125 families move to Canada from Nigeria and from West African countries. Majority of them are from Nigeria. And this year, we are hoping to even do much more. And with the new release from Canada, especially this new permanent resident route, is actually a very great opportunity that many of you can seize and be able to partake in. So very glad and very excited to actually bring this opportunity to you. And so I will be going through the presentation in a jiffy. Okay. All right. So starting by telling you reasons why Canada actually wants more immigrants. And the reason is not far-fetched. The reason is because there is shortage of care workers in Canada. Care workers not only limited to caregivers, it also involves nursing aides, uh, nursing assistants, foreign health support workers, nannies, and related care workers, as the case may be, in the home and health sector. So many Canadians are not doing the job, and many people who are in Canada already have already moved on to other jobs. So there's a shortage in labor, and that's why they need someone like you to come in. So I'm showcasing this evidence from IRCC, the ministry in Canada that is in charge of immigration, refugees, and citizenship. You can see from the official website that they're promising that as a caregiver, you can come to Canada as a permanent resident or even come and work temporarily. And why are they giving you this option? The reason why they are giving you this option is because they know of the opportunity that are bound and the opportunity that is lying fallow over there. So they are looking for ways to bring in more people as much as possible. So look at this evidence, even as far back as 2023, they have already been foreseeing that there will be a time when this permanent residence route will be probable. The permanent residence was initially announced even by the immigration minister, Macmillan, last year, 2024. But this year, he has officially announced that it will be launching in March 31st, 2025. And that is why it's a very good opportunity for you to key in. You can see from this slide that even from 2023, they've already been foreseeing that there is need for them to get in more caregivers into the country. And so, what are the ways they can attract people into this field? One of it is by uh, giving them easy pathway to permanent resident. For those of you that might have been familiar with Express Entry has a tier-based CRS score qualification. For many caregivers, you don't really have the opportunity to go straight to permanent residence. So, but this new opportunity that they are bringing this year is an opportunity for you to be able to go direct into caregiving using this route. Okay. So look at this opportunity. You can work temporarily even as a caregiver. So there are being opportunity that caregivers are welcome, whether you want to work as a caregiver, but now they are moving to the era of even not just allowing you to work temporarily as a caregiver, but even for you to be able to stay permanently. And there are so many opportunities that are bound as a permanent resident in Canada. Let me just give you some very brief insight. One of the opportunity is as a permanent resident, You have legal rights to be able to reside in any province in Canada, any city in Canada. You have rights to reside anywhere you like. You also have rights to amenities by the government, including free education for your children that are under 18. So it's very good for families. If you have family, you want to move with your family, this is a very good route that you need to explore because your children will be catered for. You have opportunity and access to free health care. You have access to social amenities. You have access to credit opportunities, financial opportunities. You have access to also work even in other areas. For those that come into Canada through the temporary work permanent temporary work residence, which is also known as work permit or LMIA work permit, you have to work with the employer you are attached to, and you have to do that consistently for about probably 3 months, as low as 3 months, some 3 years, some 5 years, depending on the tenure. But before the end of your tenure, you start looking for other routes to go into, such as permanent resident, study route, or even renewing your work permit. But with this residence, you have nothing to fear. You are comfortable, you can move with family, you can reside with family, and there are lots of benefits that are accomplished with it. So with the new Canada caregiver route, it's an opportunity that I really advocate for many that are willing to do it. And like I said, even if you don't have a caregiving background, but you are willing to transition into this route to make use of it, you can achieve this within few weeks and get trained and certified as a caregiver. I will share with you more insights into that, how you can go about it. If you stay with me through through to the end. Okay, let's go on to talk about the requirements for this new permanent residence on arrival route in Canada. Number one chief requirement is that you need a job offer in the home or child care sector in Canada. And for you to have a job offer, means you need to apply to Canadian employers that are willing to recruit and employ international candidates. And this is something I and my team are willing to assist our people to do. Number two is that you have to do what we call educational evaluation. So probably you had your education in Kaduna, or you had it in Abuja, Nigeria, or you had it in another African country. You have to be able to equivalent it to what is uh, obtainable in Canada, and therefore you have to do what we call WES or the ECA, Educational Credential Assessment. But WES, which is World Education Services, they are the organization that are in charge of this evaluation. So you have to do the evaluation, and what they require is a minimum of high school. So if you don't have a degree, you can still apply to this route. If you have an SSC, it's good. If you have an NC, it is good. If you have a BSc, that's good. So you just do your highest educational qualification. Okay. Number three is that you evaluate your recent and relevant work experience. So they want to know that you have rich work experience. So for those that don't even have health related work experience, that's what we call transferable skills. So you might have been relating with people, have interpersonal skill, have problem solving skills, you have managerial skills. There are ways you can transfer that into care working. You understand? And then you also can do internship within short time, within few weeks. You can do internship. Get yourself affiliated with a home care or a health facility. It might be a clinic, it might be a primary health care center, it can be an hospital where you can get affiliated with. And by that so doing, you also have that experience as a care worker. Do you understand? So for some people that are confused, there will still be room for question and answer. I will also be able to attend to your questions at the end of this presentation. Number four requirement is the IELTS, which is also the English proficiency. So either IELTS, CELPIP, or PT, there are some, acceptable English proficiency requirements needed by IRCC, and you need to have obtained a minimum of 4 band score. I must also explain that there are different types of IELTS. There are some that are IELTS general, there are some that are IELTS UKCVI, there are some that are um, you have various ones, but the one that is acceptable by IRCC for immigration purpose is IELTS general. If you're going for IELTS, so which is what I actually recommend. For those that even go through our links, there is a way IELTS can give you instrumental payment, so you don't even have the money up front. You can pay in installment. I'll be explaining that also later on. All right. So these are benefits of you obtaining a Canada caregiver visa. Uh, One of which is that you have the opportunity with this new route to obtain Canada permanent residence. What will take some people 3 to 10 years to obtain, because once you get to Canada, you try to first settle down. You cannot even move to another country because you have a restricted visa. But with permanent residence, you are open, you are free, you can get to work with any employer you like, any city you like. So the opportunities are endless, and permanent residence is family friendly because you can move with family, you have family benefits. There are even provincial child benefits that are issued out quarterly by provinces to those that have children as their dependents, as long as you are able to prove that you have that permanent residence, you have that Canada uh Canada permit, you are free. So also with these 6 months, you can do finish all this processing. While the application is opening in March, I will encourage many people that are interested to start applying for this and start putting in your best to it. But the 6 month project target processing time can include the time you try to get your offer, apply. Eventually, once you get your requirement, you apply to Canada IRCC immigration portal. Then you also have to process your visa. The whole process till you eventually get approved to travel to Canada can take a length of 6 months. But 6 months is not too long. It's actually a very good option because there are many other immigration routes that can take years and yet you are not too sure. But within 6 months, you know your fate and you are good to go. You require very low score, which is what they call the Canadian language benchmark test. For some routes like Express Entry, you might require high score like 7, 8, but this one requires a minimum of 4. So once you get 5 and above, you are good to go. You understand? So it's not hard. As long as you can understand what I'm saying, you can read and you can write. Getting minimum of 4 on a English proficiency test like IELTS General will not be hard for you. It will not be hard for you. So you just need a minimum score, and with that, you are good to go. Another advantage of this Canada caregiver visa is that you can work for any employer in Canada, any province, any city. You can work for any of them. So that is very, very interesting and very, very good. Then another thing is that you get Canadian experience. So you already get that opportunity to come into Canada as Canadian experience. So many people use this as an entry route. So even if you have another career you want to pilot to, you want to go for study, you want to do other things, it's an opportunity for you to enter. Study currently is expensive. It's also a valid route, but you'll be experiencing a minimum living fund of at least like 35,000 Canadian dollars, aside your tuition, which can exceed 50,000 Canadian dollars. That's almost going to 100,000 Canadian dollars. Many of you may not be able to afford that. But with a route like this, you can work for a while, get your money, and then easily transition to other routes. You get my point. So the opportunities are actually very endless. So why this route is far better? And I'll just say that very briefly. It's very easy to use this route to move to Canada. You can start earning in Canadian dollar immediately you land. And I will just use this time to explain to you what is the earning capacity of a caregiver in Canada at the moment. Do you want to know? I hope you are following. Please, if you are following, just let me know in the chat that you are following me. Let me know you are following. Let me know you are very much in tune with what I'm sharing right now. Let me know you are very much in tune with what I'm sharing right now. Okay, and we can see that coming. Okay, good, good. All right, so let me continue with what I'm saying. For a regular Canadian citizen, you know, either a permanent resident or even a temporary worker, but that is working as a in care role in Canada, you are expected to earn between minimum of 12 Canadian dollar per hour in a care role, and you can earn up to 30 Canadian dollars. Some even do 50, but I put the benchmark between, and most job offers that we see and we help people push to people to apply to are between the range of 12 Canadian dollars and 30 Canadian dollars. That's equivalent to an average of 21 Canadian dollar per hour. Now let's do the calculation. 21 Canadian dollar per hour for a 40-hour per week. Mind you, some people have the misconception that this work, we have to, I have to be there 24/7. No, it's not so. Even though you might be a living caregiver is somebody that treats people at home. Even if you're a living caregiver, you have your working hours. Some do morning shifts, some do night shifts, but you are not expected, you are just expected to work maximum of 40 hours per week. So you can stay with your family, move with your family, or even if you have, if the employer gives you a residence, you are free to stay there or not stay there. You are working maximum of 40 hours per week. You understand? I said you want to do some other side hustles. But with 40 hours per week at 21 Canadian dollar per hour, do you know how much that is? Do you know how much that is? That is actually equivalent to 840 Canadian dollar per week. At the current exchange rate, that is nearly 1 million naira in just 1 week. Now imagine how much you are earning a month, how much you are earning over a time. So people use this route as an entry route. You can now go on and begin to go into other sector. You want to go into your practice, or you want to go for further study, you want other things. You will be able to earn enough money to work on your dreams or even build your own business. Do you understand? Number three, you can use this permanent resident to bring in family members. I've explained reasons why you can use it, even for to benefit yourself and your family with child benefit. Within 3 to 5 years, you can get yourself Canadian citizen. I must say that Canada is number one country that is family friendly and very easy for you to be able to ascend the trajectory of becoming a permanent resident and eventually a citizen. Within short period, Canada is that country that really has it. So you can use this route to bring in your family. Now imagine that legacy that will be for your children that are just growing up. By the time they are already getting to university or even growing up, they're already citizens of Canada. So the opportunities are endless. Number four, you have the ease of growing in healthcare. You can grow to become a nurse, a registered nurse in Canada, or even go further to become a matron, or go further into medicine. Or you can also decide to transition into other careers, whether in technology, whether in consulting, whether in administration, or the opportunities are just endless. And with permanent residence, it's easy for you to transition. For temporary work residence, there are some restrictions you will have. There are some rights you will not be able to obtain, but with permanent residence you have almost equal rights. There's just some few rights next to citizenship. So the opportunities are endless. Number five is that you have civic rights and amenities as a Canadian permanent resident, which I've explained. Free education, your social insurance, your credit, financial access. You have opportunity to borrow money that are not even in your account, and the government gives this opportunity endlessly. Then number six is that you don't need a huge amount of tuition for this route. You don't need huge proof of funds for this route. With just few thousands, hundreds or thousands, you can get started with all the requirements, and with 3 million, with all your you'll be able to cover for your visa application, your flight ticket, and many more. So with just few money, I know traveling out is expensive, and you will quite agree with me. But with you don't have to be exorbitantly rich before you can try this route and get in with it. Do you get my point? So these are opportunities that actually abound. Okay. So I must also say this excessively, that this route also is also not full of bed of roses. So some people might be thinking, it's an opportunity for me, to do anything I like. No, it is not. It also has its own pros and cons. Okay, it's for people that are very intentional and really serious about getting this thing done. So, like I shared here, it is not bed of roses. It is not free of cost. It is not for the weak-hearted. It is not without efforts. And lastly, it is not impossible. So this means that it is not impossible for you to achieve your dreams through this route. You can actually get it done and get it instantly, with less stress, with less ease, if you know how to go about it. It's going to cost you some money. It's not for the weak-hearted. It is not without effort. It will require some effort. It require time and energy. But if you are determined, you are courageous, and you are determined to make it work, it is very, definitely very much possible. Okay. All right, so these are the steps you need to get a job in Canada. Number one, you need to find a job advert or know about a job opening. Many people don't know about this, that you can get a job in Canada outside of Canada. It is very possible. Like I've shared earlier, we've helped over 125 families move in Canada. You understand? So we have seen these things. Some move through study route, some move through experiential, but many people also move through job. Are you getting me? So there are jobs openings in Canada that are open for international candidates, but only those who know. So it's no who's who know. So we have people that give us this information and we share with them with the people that are following. I hope you're getting me. So these are opportunities that are abound. Also, you can get check if you meet the requirements for the job, because it's very important for you to ensure that even if you don't meet 100% of it, you have the idea of what it requires. And it takes me to the third point, that you need to apply for the job using a standard resume and cover letter. Canada has their own style of standard resume. It's not like the conventional Nigerian CV or African CV. It's quite different. So you have to ensure you have that in mind when you want to apply. And my team and I also can assist those that are interested in taking this further. We can actually assist you with this role. Okay. So also you can get invited for interview once you are able to do. Some people do interview, some people just do screening. They can screen you based on your CV or ask you some questions and use that to screen you. You understand? But all those things also are available and there are opportunities you can explore. And then eventually you get the job offer. They tell you how much you are going to earn. They tell you some offer. Some people offer extra benefits like health benefits, accommodation benefits, transportation benefits, relocation allowance. Some people don't. It depends on the employer and their offer. So if you're able to apply to some many openings and eventually let's say you have three job offers, you can now decide to choose which one you want to go. Okay, one is in Ontario, one is in Manitoba, one is in Saskatchewan. You can now decide which one you want to go for and what are the you can weigh your options and decide the one you eventually want to go for. Maybe depending on the salary, depending on the location, or depending on the other extra benefits that they can add to it. I hope you're following me. Okay. So these are opportunities that actually abound for you once you want to get a job in Canada. All right, so I want to share this point that you need a quality CV. I hope you know that and you believe that you need a quality CV and quality resume, standard one, to be able to apply this. So I and my team are also open to be able to work with those that are ready and willing to be able to get on this journey. So let me just highlight some reasons why some people don't stand out in their job application. Some people don't stand out not because they did not apply or not because they don't have the basic qualification, but because there are just some few little things missing in the way they send the application. That's why some people say but they don't get any response. What are the reasons? Now, some of these reasons are this: if you don't know where to apply for legit LMIA jobs, there are jobs that are open to Canada citizens. There are jobs that are open to Canadians and international candidates. You need to apply to those that are open to Canadians and international candidates. That means that they are opening the opportunity to international candidates like yourself, foreign workers. So those are the opportunities that actually you should be looking out for. Then number two, you don't have to apply generic applications. Applying the same CV you used in Nigeria, there are ways you need to tailor your application to the job role you are applying for. Otherwise, it will not be 8 years of compliance and some employers will not even consider you. Some people also submit substandard resume. When you do that, you have less chances of scaling through. Some people don't even proofread their applications. They send it just like that and they add some irrelevant details. There are some details that Canadian employers don't need on your resume, and that's why it's not a CV. They don't need some personal details, your date of birth, your marriage, your age. And I must tell you that this job route that I'm telling, this job offers that you need for this route that I'm telling you about is not age bound. So irrespective of your age, whether you are 25, whether you are 30, whether you are even 50, irrespective of your age, you have opportunity to get through with this route. Okay. Then some people do not have necessary certificate or skills indicated on their resume, and this is a minus. This is a disadvantage for anybody that is serious in getting this done. Okay. All right. So if you need help with resume and cover letter, you can definitely reach out to me, and I will letting you know how you can reach out to me if you stay with through to the end of the webinar. So here you can see some evidence of some people that we have actually helped in time past and helped them see through, and we've gotten very wonderful reviews and feedbacks from people. So you can also see feedbacks of people that we've been able to help tailor their resume. So see this recent IRCC approval. You can see the date on it. You can see the letter of the dashboard of the person's application, and you can also see the letter of visa approval for this person. So these are just one out of many of people that we have actually helped to be able to scale through this application. And I hope that you also can be our next success story. I hope to hear your story in the next 3 months to show that you also you've been able to scale through. Okay. All right. So I want you to commit to this journey today. And the reason why I want you to commit to this journey today is because I want to give you access to our exclusive accountability community. I want to give you access to a personalized consultation with myself and my team. I want to give you access to daily job vacancies for caregivers. I also want to give you step-by-step handbooks on relocation routes. And I want to give you weekly calls on action steps on how you can hit the goal. Now, all these things do not come cheap. They are all expensive. If I'm to tell you how much they cost, for example, the access to my exclusive community alone is worth $50,000 Canadian dollars in value. Personal consultation with myself and my team alone costs 50 Canadian, another 50 Canadian dollar in value. Access to daily job vacancies for caregivers or care role in home and care sectors. That also alone costs 30 Canadian dollar in value. Also, we'll be giving you step-by-step guide on how you can get your works evaluated, how you can get your IELTS registration. That alone is 20 Canadian dollar in value. Then we'll also be giving you group coaching, weekly check-in. Are you getting me? That alone too is about 70 Canadian dollar in value. So we'll also be giving you personalized guide on how you can win profile registration. Like once you have completed all your necessary requirements and you are good to go, we will be holding you hand in hand to ensure that you're able to successfully apply for this route. So these opportunities are not, it's not a small step, but we know that it can be hazardous for some. It can look cumbersome for many, and that's why we are coming in to hold you by the hand and take you through this journey so that you're not afraid. Are you with me? So if you look at all this total value that I'm giving you, in total, I'm giving you something worth 250 Canadian dollars. And if you look at that in naira, that is equivalent to almost 300,000 naira. Are you with me? So if I'm try to give that to you at a fair discount, like okay, this value is actually going for 300,000 naira. But I want to give you and help some people on this. How much do you think that would be worth? How much do you think that will be worth for me to be able to guide you step by step on being able to get and make what will be able to earn you nothing less than 12 Canadian dollar per hour, and you want to get this done this year? What value do you think that would be worth to you? All right, I can see some guesses, but let me take the guess off you. Okay, let me take the guess off you. All I need from you is a simple commitment fee. Like I told you, the value is well worth 300,000 naira. But even if I'm to give you discounts and I reduce it to 100,000, reduce to 50,000, I know it will still be a hard thing for so many people. But because I just need to want to help 30 people within the next 30 days, March 31st is around the corner, but want to help 30 people within the next 30 days to be able to get through this route. So we just want you to pay a commitment fee and join this accountability community. I want you to take action today. We also have some bonuses, but I'll be sharing that at the end of this presentation. So if you are willing and ready to actually take commitment and really join this group, and you want us to hold you by the hand and how you can get all these requirements ready and get everything done. Just a commitment fee. Like I said, it's not the cost of the service you are paying for. You're only paying for a commitment fee to show that you are in serious and you are intentional about making this dream come true. Just 5,000 naira. So you can see that link on your screen. You can screenshot it. I will also list it in the comment and in the description so that as many people that are ready would be willing and ready to take action immediately on this call. You can start taking action right from now. Okay, you can start taking action right from now. So I want you to start taking action and be intentional about it. This offer is valid within the next 24 hours. How the next 24 hours, we're increasing it back to 7,000 naira. And even at that 70,000 naira, at that seven, not 70 rather, sorry, 7,000 naira only, I must tell you that it's still a steal. It's still a steal because the benefit you are getting is enormous, very enormous. So I want you to grab this access today. In this, by granting access, you get job offers that are exclusive for caregiving. You get personalized guidance and group coaching on how you can tailor your job application to each job openings. You get exclusive packs for IELTS, your WES, or even if you've not done caregiving before or you don't have any healthcare experience, how you can get certified and get trained within few weeks. We are going to put you through. You are going to get a system for your job search and how you can land a qualified job from Canada, even if you are in Nigeria. And we are also going to give you the right strategy and the right motivation to get it. So even if you are someone that you are so busy, by the time you see the way we are gingering you, we are holding you by the hand, we are on your neck to ensure that you succeed. I'm very, very, very sure you also will be our next success story. So for those that are willing and ready to take action, you can also contact me. Okay, you can contact me on WhatsApp. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. I'm willing and ready to be able to help as many people succeed on this journey. So just contact me using that my phone number on your screen. Let me share it again. You can contact me on WhatsApp. You can screenshot it if you are logging in from your mobile device. You can screenshot it so that you can also get in touch with me. If you need more clarification, you want to reach out to me personally for more uh, clarification. So just contact me via that number. It's a Nigerian number, so just contact me on WhatsApp and we can talk better from there. Okay? All right. So we are almost rounding up this presentation. Let me also buttress this point as we round up that I need you to commit to this journey. It does not matter your age, it does not matter your education, it does not matter your educational background. You can have access to getting through to becoming a permanent resident in Canada this year, 2025, using this route, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your nationality, irrespective of your gender, or irrespective of your educational background. You have no excuse. You can do it. And I believe that once you are ready and committed to take this bold step, you can do it. Your relocation dreams can be a reality this year. I'm looking forward to helping 30 people, like I mentioned. I'm not looking for crowds, just very few people that are willing and ready to come into this journey and say, take me by the hand. Now, there are many expenses you are going to incur along the way. If you have not done your wells, you've not done your IDA test, those costs are separate. But this commitment fee is for us to be able to guide you through how you can get all those requirements within 30 days and get them right without being scared. So please, those that are willing and ready, I am willing also to take you on this journey. Okay, let this year be your year, and we are willing and ready to make it happen. All right. So now I'll be opening room for um, question and answer. You can start dropping your question and answer in the chat. For those that are not, you've not yet taken note of the link I shared, just look at that link again. You can use it even after this session. Use it and then secure your slot today before we increase the price to 7,000 naira. And even at 7,000, I must tell you that the value you are going to get is far more worth than that. So we just need people that are willing and committed to take this good step. Okay. All right, it's time for questions. If you have questions, you can share them in the comments, and I will be taking questions now. Okay, I'm taking questions now. Yeah. Okay. So I have a question here. Let me show it. Someone is asking, or someone in the health sector, uh, what the person should do before going via this route. So you must not compulsorily be in the health sector before going to this route. I think I've tried explaining that in my presentation. Even if you don't have a caregiving route, for example, a part of people we've helped to be able to tailor them for this route, we've helped people in administration, people that are into trading, people that don't even have a degree. We've helped them. You don't need a degree. The minimum requirement is just to have an SSC. So you don't have to be in the health sector. There are also what we call transferable skills. So even if you have experience in other sector, or even if you don't have much experience before, you can still start today and start gaining that experience. You can gain certification, you can get trained, you can get certified, and that will also show you if you are willing and ready to get committed into this route. Some of the questions also with Omanina is this route suitable for family? Yes, it's very suitable for family. Once you are ready and committed to take this boat, very, very suitable for family. If you can move with your family, and since you have permanent residence, the opportunities are endless. I've already explained some of the benefits earlier, so I don't want to take much of our time to re-explain that again. So the opportunities are endless. Family, you can get access. Okay. All right. Okay. Another question is, how much is required for this route? Okay, so now the requirements are in stages, like I mentioned. So for the commitment fee is for you us to be able to disclose to you every step by step. For example, I've explained the route to you summarily, but I must tell you that if I'm to explain it in depthly, what you need to do step by step, the website you need to go to, what you need to submit, how you need to go about it, the requirement you need to get, how you will process it, how you need to tailor your application. It will take me more than 10 hours of YouTube video to explain that. So that is the reason why I cannot explain it just in these short minutes we have for this webinar. So if you want those detailed explanation, just join our community group. You have access to those guidance. Do you get it? So it is then also you will be having requirements. For example, for those that want to know, West qualification evaluation will require you between 200 to 300 Canadian dollars. IELTS will require you about 200 and almost 270,000 naira. So there are many costs like that you will need to incur later on. So, but we will tell you and we will guide you when and how to do it. And I want you to see this as an investment into the future. Imagine yourself 6 months down the line, you are a resident in Canada with your family, you are enjoying the bliss of Ontario, and you are going on vacation to Niagara Falls, and you are enjoying those kind of opportunities. You're already earning over $50 per hour from your job, and your spouse, if you have spouse, the person also has a open work permit, is also working and earning a Canadian dollar. The opportunities are endless, so you have to look beyond the cost or the pain at the moment and see into the future and the benefits that are ahead of you. So for people asking about how you can raise the fund, you can start saving from now. So if you don't have the money now, try planning towards it, try saving from it. The route is officially opening March 31st, but it does not mean that that's when it's closing. It's going to open March 31st, but you have the opportunity to apply even after then. So if you don't have all the requirements by now, you can start planning towards it, you can start saving towards it, you can also raise funds. Some of you have family members, relatives abroad that can assist you in one way or the other. Reach out to them. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and for those that are smart and diligent enough to take this opportunity, you will know that it is one that you really definitely don't want to miss. Okay. All right. So if you have any question, please share them, and I'm ready and willing to take all the question before we round up this stream. I want to use this time to say thank you for everyone that has stayed tuned up to this moment. Uh, I know it's an investment of your time. Thank you for sharing that time with us on this webinar. And if you have further questions, don't forget you can still reach out to me privately. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will be there to answer your questions. And also, don't forget our offer. If we have that discount price in the next 24 hours, uh, you can take opportunity of it and grab you that opportunity. Even if you reach out after that discount is over, the price is still very much affordable, very much affordable. It's something that if you are to go to an eatery, you will even spend more than that. So therefore, it's just an investment. You need to show your commitment fee, join our community group, get access to all the benefits that I've shared earlier with you, that you can um, access, and begin to see what opportunity you can begin to avail yourself, avail your family, avail your future, because it's an investment into your future. You get access to our exclusive community, you get personalized guidance with myself, and get access to daily job vacancies. You also get step-by-step handbooks on relocation routes, or what you need to do for your West evaluation, what you need for your IELTS, what you need for certification or work experience if you don't have any yet and want to move into it. And we'll also be having weekly calls on action to push you and encourage you and motivate you to get this goal and achieve it in 30 days. So I am willing to assist 30 people to join this journey and get all the requirements within 30 days, so that by March 31st, 2025, you are willing and ready to apply for this permanent residence route. So just join in using that same link and you have the opportunity to join us. Okay. So I am rooting for you, rooting for everyone, and I look forward to seeing you join our community. Don't forget that you can still secure your seat today using that link. And I know that your relocation dreams can be a reality this year. I strongly believe that if you put all these things we've shared with you on this webinar to practice, you'll be well positioned on your way, to achieving your relocation dreams with your family. So I hope you are greatly blessed. I hope you've been impacted. I hope you've gained insights, and I hope you are ready to take action towards becoming a Canada permanent resident using this once in a lifetime opportunity. All right, I look forward to you. If you want to reach out to me, don't forget you can still reach out to me privately for more inquiries. And if you want to take action, also do well to take action as soon as you can. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you all inside. Okay? Bye for now.